The IPL 2022 cycle is officially underway with the 8 old IPL franchises announcing their retention list on Tuesday. A total of 27 players have been retained, with players like KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, Rashid Khan, Jofra Archer, David Warner, Ben Stokes being released by their franchises and returned to the auction pool. But them returning to the auction pool doesn't necessarily mean they'll be going under the hammer in the very big IPL auction this winter, because remember, from IPL 2022 there are 2 new teams joining the league based in Lucknow and Ahmedabad. They both haven't been named as yet. Well, those 2 teams now get to pick 3 players from this pool of players available to start the building process of their teams. Now, before I move any further, I'm just going to quickly take you through some of the retention rules, so it makes the understanding of this video a little easier. All of the 8 old IPL franchises were allowed to retain a total of a maximum of 4 players each. They could, of course, choose to not retain anyone at all and just rebuild a team themselves. But the IPL had also already set a pre-decided amount as salary for the players that teams would be retaining. So if a team were to retain 4 players, the 4 players' salaries in order of preference of the team, of course, would be set at rupees 16 crore, rupees 12 crore, rupees 8 crore and rupees 6 crore. Now, if 3 players were retained, then they were to be paid 15 crore, 11 crore and 17 crore. If 2 players were retained, 14 crore and 10 crore. If 1 player was retained, 14 crore. Of course, if any uncapped players were to be retained, they would be receiving 4 crores each. That was the set amount set for them. And in fact, there were quite a few uncapped players also who have been retained by the franchises. There was a small little caveat though. If any team eventually could negotiate with their players to pay them a little less or little more than the pre-decided amounts set by the IPL, then the amount would be cut from their auction kitty. Basically, Delhi and Kolkata retained 4 players each, but they didn't really stick to the 4 salary guidelines of the IPL, but they had to eventually round it off to the 42 crore that should have been spent if 4 players were being bought by the franchise. And of course, all the 10 franchises going forward have a total auction kitty of 90 crores, of which the money that they spent with retentions will now be cut. Moving ahead, I'll just tell you who all were retained. Chennai Super Kings have, of course, announced that MS Dhoni will be playing at least 1 more season. They have retained Ravindra Jadeja, MS Dhoni, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Moeen Ali. With, in fact, Ravindra Jadeja being paid the maximum amount. Delhi Capitals, of course, have let go of their former skipper Shreyas Iyer, even Shikhar Dhawan. They have, and Kagiso Rabada, they have released. They have stuck to Rishabh Pant as their captain. Then they've also retained Prithvi Shaw, Akshar Patel and Andre Nokia. And also Kolkata Knight Riders too have elected to let go of their skipper Eoin Morgan following a below par performance by him in IPL 2021. They have, however, retained 4 players, 2 domestic and 2 international. Andre Russell was retained for 12 crores, interestingly. Varun Chakravarti for 8 crores, Venkatesh Iyer for 8 crores and Sunil Narine for 6 crores. So you see, even though they've moved the numbers around, their total money that they have available remains 48 crores, just like Mumbai or Chennai. Royal Challengers Bangalore have, of course, retained Virat Kohli. Along with him, they've also retained Glenn Maxwell and Mohammad Siraj. It does remain to be seen who will captain this franchise after Virat Kohli stepped down from the position at the end of IPL 2021. Remember, there's no AB de Villiers after he announced his retirement from all forms of cricket earlier this month. Now, following yet another below par season, Rajasthan Royals have retained only 3 players, and interestingly, there's only 1 Englishman on that list. Sanju Samson, of course, their captain, has been retained, and only Jos Buttler will continue on, which means Ben Stokes and Jofra Archer both return to the auction pool this time. The third player that Rajasthan have retained is the uncapped Yashasvi Jaiswal. And of course, that leaves me with just two more franchises, Hyderabad and Punjab. Hyderabad, of course, had to let go of David Warner, considering everything that, the standoff between the franchise and him pretty much all through IPL 2021. They have retained Kane Williamson, their captain. Interestingly, they've also let go of Johnny Bairstow, but more importantly, Rashid Khan has been released by the franchise. Was it his decision? Was it their decision? That's something I'm going to touch up a little later. Let me just wrap up the retentions. And finally, there's Punjab Kings, who have also let go of KL Rahul, their captain, retaining only Mayank Agarwal and uncapped player Arshdeep Singh. Now, speaking of this trend that we're seeing of these big players who would be easy retentions not being retained by teams like a KL Rahul, Rashid Khan, Shreyas Iyer, these are players who've actually chosen to be freed up from their teams. Like Anil Kumble said while announcing the retention list, he pretty much said that KL Rahul informed the team that he wanted to be released into the auction pool. KL Rahul, of course, we know, is in talks with the Lucknow franchise to possibly lead their team. And as he's growing into a senior member of the Indian team as well, it's probably something he would like to do, a change of scene, a change of structure, rebuild an entire team from scratch. So that's possibly one of the reasons why players are electing to be released by franchises. Another reason, of course, like in Rashid Khan's case, is possibly the fact that they thought that they could be paid more in the auction. Now, if Hyderabad were to retain Rashid Khan among only two players, including one uncapped player, that would mean he'd be offered around 10 crores, right? Rashid Khan probably thought he could be paid more. That is something the SRH management also hinted while making their announcement. They said that players possibly thought they could be paid more in the auction. They could pick up a higher bid in the auction than what the franchise could offer them. So that's another reason why players like possibly Rashid Khan chose to be released by their teams. And of course, finally, there are injury concerns for players like Jofra Archer. You don't really know their return date. So that's what Sangakkara also said was one of the reasons Rajasthan Royals possibly didn't retain Jofra Archer. The best bowler, one of the best bowlers in the world at the moment, no question about that. But he is out injured. He's not going to be playing the Ashes either. So there really isn't, a date set for his comeback. And with the IPL just 4 months down the line, is that a punt the franchises wanted to make? Clearly not. And also, it's a big amount of money to be, just leaving aside if you do retain one of these players. So that's probably why some of these big players didn't really get retained by franchises. And also now there's going to be some interesting times for a few franchises as far as their search for captains go. Bangalore, of course, have retained Virat and Glenn Maxwell. Let's see if Maxwell is who the franchise picked to take over from Virat in the coming season. Chennai have MS Dhoni, but how long is he going to be playing? Is he going to just play this season? And is Ravindra Jadeja being seen as the heir apparent? One did think that Faf du Plessis could be retained. He, of course, has a lot of international experience as a captain, but that wasn't a call that the team made. Interestingly, also with Kolkata now, they have released their skipper Eoin Morgan. They even retained 4 players, but Shubman Gill wasn't among them. Now, interestingly, about 2 seasons back, Brendan McCullum, their coach, had said Shubman Gill was going to be part of their leadership group. So from that to release a player who could potentially be a captain in a couple of seasons is a decision that Kolkata made. Let's just see, and it remains to be seen in the auction what they have decided to go forward with. But for now, I'm just going to wrap this video up. That's all the information I have for you from the IPL retentions. You can, of course, comment in the section below. Tell me which player you thought was the best of the picks. Any player you thought the team made a big mistake leaving, and why don't we just also predict which player will fetch the most amount in the IPL auction this winter.